Groovy.
Hello. Welcome to another edition of the Night Party Podcast, where we leave it all on the cutting room floor. I'm, of course, your illustrious host, Zach Evergreen, and continuing on Girlmonth, which is thus far, I think, becoming better than Tarantino month. Not because of the movie choices, but just because of the flow of it. I'm joined, of course, with my illustrious co-host. You know the term illustrious means to shed light and or illuminate?
I do that occasionally.
That would be H1N1 Zombies.
What's up, everybody?
But he's only part one of the troll as they go together. So we have the Gimp and we have the Zombie, and together they form the Cyclops troll.
Yeah.
He's on his way in a second. He will be here. But of course, one who makes the show all possible, not Jeff the Tech, but that being said, is Nick Neo, who is at the $20 and above level. That means he gets to stop the bike at any point because it's stop the bike level, and he gets to choose a movie and or be on the show. Hence why he's on the show. But then he actually developed a personality, so we just decided to keep him.
Took a while, but he got one. Yeah.
Also, too, for all our Stop the Bike members, your Fuck the Knife Party t-shirts are being developed right now, and they are on their way, baby.
Yes. God, I can't wait for that fucking shirt.
If you missed out and you're a Typo Negative fan or a Knife Party fan, or you hate the Knife Party and you love Typo Negative, or you just hate the Knife Party, dude, you missed out.
Just like black and zombie green.
There you go. You have to wait because once they're gone, baby, and they are gone. That being said, we have some new cool merchandise coming up in June to promote our new podcast, and that's at the $1 level, and that's Midnight Ramen, the show where we talk everything nerdy, but no movies, really. It's more like anime, superheroes, video games, etc., etc. I'm probably
comic books.
Yes, I'm gonna probably be bringing the gamer shit to it, and you and Neo are probably gonna be bringing the manga shit to it.
A little bit of everything with me, yeah. All encompassing nerddom.
And then we're probably all going to be bringing the Magic the Gathering nerdom to it and everything else. So it's a really cool show. It's only $1. It's free right now on our regular channel, and it's also on YouTube. If you look up Midnight Ramen Pilot, it will be up there because I released it up there first kind of as a test. And everyone's positive reviews all the way around. It's a safe space. No politics, no bullshit. Just nerds being nerds with beer. So it's good times, man.
Good vibes only.
We understand, like, dude, we're giving you escape here on the Knife Party. We want to give you horror and movies. Over there, we want to give you. We want to bring you back to when you were 15, staying up till 2:00 in the morning, rolling dice and drinking Diet Dr. Pepper and eating pizza. So
I was like late 90s, so I was drinking like Surge.
Dude, Surge. Oh, don't even get me started. You know, Surge was my Resident Evil 2 fuel. We got the we got a case of Surge and we beat Resident Evil like within a no save period, meaning we just passed the controller back and forth.
Yep. Me and my buddies huddled around the N64, chugging Surge and just beating the hell out of each other in Smash Brothers.
Now remember, at the this is pre-Smash Brothers. At the $5 level, that's I Got 5 Kids to Feed is where you could find all of our canceled programming, meaning we no longer do the show anymore. Or our After Dark. Basically, just being
which
drunk.
Is not safe.
It's not safe.
That is a spicy environment.
It is. Ricky Martin's butthole is very spicy.
I thought it was mild.
Well, we got into that and how it causes vampirism. Today, on week 2 of Girlmonth, we are talking. Oh, by the way, so let's just recap what Girlmonth is. So, Girlmonth, I decided would be in February because it's Valentine's Day kind of thing, you know. And we had Tarantino month for January, and you're going to love March because you stopped the bike for this.
I stopped the bike for this?
Yeah, March is going to be blood and ice cream.
Blood and ice cream. Oh, because we're doing the Cornetto. Yeah, I see. I got you.
So,
I was like, my stop is going to be in April. That's the one I'm really stopping for. But I like this.
But Cornetto Trilogy. But for my birthday, we have to record because it came out on March the 4th. We have to do Watchmen before we go into that.
Oh yeah, I'm totally down for Watchmen.
That's going to be a two-parter at least.
Yeah.
So I think that will fill up that month.
You know what we could do for that? We could do a one episode on the Knife Party, and we could do another episode on Midnight Ramen about the comic book and everything.
Oh shit, that's a great idea.
Tie-in.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Also, too, I bought a bunch of really obscure movies too. That like there was only one left on Amazon.com. So I got those to feed in when either you guys aren't here or maybe you want to look at it. But I got like the George Clooney horror collection. Did you even know there was one?
No, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, like high school horror, Return of the Killer Tomatoes. I know we already did Return of the Killer Tomatoes, but I don't care. You guys need to see it and do it with me.
Damn it.
But, okay, and Neo is on the stage now. Neo, look at our new on-air sign. Look at that shit. It's official. See?
It's officially official.
It's official, bitch. This thing gives off heat, too, by the way. All right, hold on. Let me get you in. I don't know if his mic...
It's a blessing now, but that'll be a curse come summer.
Okay, let's see. He is unmuted. He should be able to talk. Cool. Let me just do this. And Neo, let's get you dialed in. What's up? Say hi.
That sign will keep you warm in the nuclear winter.
That it should. That's kind of the idea. Yes, most definitely. It is cold as shit. Like, you notice I'm rocking the jacket and the zippy.
Yeah, I'm still wearing my field
By the
jacket.
way, do you notice I'm wearing a lot of Cloud-esque clothes? It's I've because on leap year day, the 29th of February is coming out Final Fantasy Rebirth. I am grinding through remake. I'm already at level 39 and I'm already in the sewers and I already almost got master material on everything. I'm so excited. You guys are going to I have some shit to talk about you, but you know what? Right now, we're already kind of going into Midnight Ramen. We should probably focus on the show and do Midnight Ramen afterward.
Yeah, we'll do Midnight Ramen later.
Because we're already going there right now.
Yeah, we are all. I already want to go there with you about Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, dude, because you know what?
I just have one question. Are you ignoring the demo?
Thank you for asking. Yes, and I'm also ignoring the Yuffie, the intermission part. But let's go into Fifth Element, or else we're not going to go into it.
No, we're not. Yeah,
because but there's a little to say about how this movie. There really is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the trailer, and we'll get into it. But first, some fun facts, okay?
Fun facts.
So fun facts about this movie. Everyone likes Ruby, right? He's super green.
Oh yeah, super green, crystal green.
Okay,
Evergreen, whatever kind of green you want.
Let's talk about Evergreen.
Evergreen.
Okay. Let's talk about the audition process for this. So first off, this was a really weird movie to make. Okay, there was 8,000 auditions for Lilu. 8,000.
8,000.
8,000 actresses. I can't even name.
I want to see the reject list so badly.
Only 3,000 or 300 got chose for an interview.
I want to see the finalist list. Shit.
Right? So here is what the director and I believe he's the writer as well. I don't know too much. I know that this is the same dude that did Leon the Professional, which is a great film. He also did like Run Lola Run and this and that. Let's see. Director is Luc Besson and the writer. Oh no, so the same guy. So he actually had 300 of the participants actually meet with him to see what they could do. But he was looking for something very weird. And this movie really screams to me the kind of opposite of what's going on right now. Because this movie was supposed to be like anti-DEI in a way. Hear me out. Don't get all weird. This is safe space, dude. We're entertaining here. No political shit. Mm-hmm. They wanted all races to look the same. And they wanted all genders to look kind of the same. Get me? Notice all the flight attendants. You can't really tell if they're white or Indian or like some of them look Asian.
Ethnically ambiguous.
Yeah, exactly. And they wanted gender in the costumes and everything else because they thought this is 300 years from the future, and the director-writer thought it was going to be this way, and he kind of wanted it to seem like D&D, where kind of like races were like more... yeah.
Because, okay, speaking of that, piggybacking off that, I was getting... have you played Starfield? Not Starfield, sorry. Oh, God.
Mass Effect?
No. Fuck.
Oh. I got a lot of Mass Effect vibes from this,
What the fuck's D&D in space? Not Starfield.
Spelljammer.
No.
It was Spelljammer. Spelljammer was D&D 2nd edition in space.
God damn it. This is going to take me a while. Anyway, there's another... It's D&D in space.
That was Spelljammer.
It's not Spelljammer.
Okay. What edition D&D are we talking about? Because 2nd edition was Spelljammer. Unless you're talking about Gamma World.
No, it's its own thing, but it's...
Because Gamma World was Fallout D&D 2nd edition.
I don't remember now. Shit.
Are you thinking BattleTech?
No.
No.
Star something.
No. Robotech and BattleTech. BattleTech was a mech game. Robotech was the game that was Macros role-playing game. And then there was Spelljammer, which was Star Trek, Star Wars in space kind of thing, but it would D&D rule. Starfinder. That must have been 3rd edition or something.
Yeah.
It used to be called Spelljammer.
Yeah. No,
anyway.
Starfinder's its own thing, but it's it has the kind of same aesthetic as this world. And
yeah.
We were talking about that. It's not quite cyberpunk, but it's not quite like...
It's not dystopian, but it's not polished.
No, it's definitely that used future that kind of like the original Star Wars had. Yeah.
It takes place in New York at the beginning of the movie, and it really does feel like if New York was future.
Yeah.
So, but it does have...
But it doesn't clean up. Not everything's chrome.
Yeah, exactly. It's and I was saying to you when you walked in that this is what Phantom Menace should have looked like.
Yeah. I agree.
Or the Blade Runner remake should have looked like this. And by the way, why did they remake Blade Runner when this is basically the remake to Blade Runner? I mean, it kind of is in a way. I mean, yeah, it's got a different plot line, but the scenario is the same. Like, this seems like if Blade Runner, like, they had the set of Blade Runner and all the aesthetics and everything else, and they're like, okay, but we're switching dungeon masters here. So, like, next director, come here.
Oh, speaking of everyone looking kind of ambiguous.
Yeah.
Big reason why the costume designer was Jean-Paul Gaultier, the guy who makes, like, all the fancy men's colognes. Le Mal.
Look, why are you so mysterious? But you know who my favorite designer is. But I'll never buy his product? Hugo Boss.
Hugo Boss.
Dude, that or not. Okay, so we got into it for the dude from the Black Mages is Nobuo Uematsu, right? But you corrected me on his real name?
Yeah, Nobuo Uematsu, yeah.
So Tetsuya Nomura is my favorite designer. He's the dude that...
You can't just Worcestershire sauce your way around that. You just kind of zhuzh it through that first name.
No, Tetsuya Nomura. Nomura, right?
Okay,
Correct?
there you go.
Tetsuya
I don't know.
Nomura.
I'd have to look at it. But
Anyway, he's the dude that like designs all of like the Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9 and 10 clothing. This screams that. This movie screams FF10.
Yes, it does.
Doesn't everyone look like they're about to put on a Titus? Like how it's midriff for dudes?
Yep.
And there's like rubber and leather in places
that there shouldn't be.
But
it's just missing like a lot of belts, a lot of unnecessary belts
and beads
and
not enough beads.
Yeah,
but very bright colors, but with dark tones. So they're setting like earth tones with like oranges and yellows and things like. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me very insect-like how bees will use or like insects will be like very dark colors, like blacks and earthy browns with really bright poisonous colors.
Yeah,
kind of like like Batman, you know, in a way. Like it's Burton-y in a way, you know. But I do really like the costume design. So 300 girls all got turned down except for one, Emilia Jovovich, because they couldn't figure out what her race was. They couldn't tell if she was like Ukrainian or Russian or white or American Indian. She's kind of got this, they dye her eyebrows very blonde, so you can't tell that she's got kind of an Asian look to her.
Well, it's also the 90s. A lot of girls had the really thin eyebrows.
Yeah. Well, but also she could be South American or South African. She's really hard to see what she is. I mean, she looks like she could be an extra for Die Antwoord, like in a way. Right?
Yeah.
So that's why they chose her. And they went with Bruce Willis, but guess what their original pick was?
Probably somebody awful.
Mel Gibson.
Oh God, no.
Oh, God.
That would have been fucking awful.
That being said, this movie was supposed to be filmed in 1992.
I'm really
that would
glad
not
they
have
waited.
worked.
Oh, because
A young Mel Gibson would have worked in this movie.
a young Mel Gibson, like before Lethal Weapon.
Yes. No, around Lethal Weapon. So they went with, instead of Lethal Weapon, they went for Die Hard. That's how the casting worked. This movie was bombarded by stalls because it was supposed to come out. The production was supposed to go 5 years earlier. This was actually slated to release around the time Die Hard 2 came out.
Damn. Yeah, well, they missed that.
Yeah. And the funny thing, too, is Die Hard with a Vengeance came out before or around the same time as, I think, before this, right? Yeah, it came out before this.
Die Hard with a Vengeance? Wasn't that 95?
Yeah,
On it.
He's on it. Notice how out of shape and older he looks in that compared to this movie where they actually made him look a lot younger. I think they made him get into shape and they dyed his hair and he has way more hair on that in this.
Also, Jean-Paul Gaultier is making the costumes like,
exactly.
no, we do not do XL. No,
So-
you will lose weight. You
so-
will be a medium.
Other cast.
Okay, Die Hard with a Vengeance, 95, Fifth Element, 97.
There you
Right.
go.
I was right.
I remember I had the Die Hard with a Vengeance game for PlayStation 1 demo, and it was like Crazy Taxi,
Yeah, but not as fun.
more frustrating. This also has Chris Tucker's character is based off of somebody, but you don't know who he was supposed to be played by.
No, I didn't know he was based off anybody. Like, I know certain creators who are based off Ruby Rod. You know, Little Nas X's whole style.
Who do you think that Ruby is based off of? Just throw it out there.
If I was going to just guess randomly,
Yeah.
just throwing darts at the board, David Bowie.
So I was going to say Prince. How about
Maybe-
you, Neo?
maybe
What do you
Liberace.
think?
Could be Elton John with the pageantry.
Or Liberace.
I said Liberace, yeah.
Freddie Mercury?
That's a good guess too. It was actually based off Michael Jackson because he thought Michael Jackson would react that way, like like when like gunfire's going on. They approached. This is no bullshit. They approached Prince to play Ruby, and they wanted
Wow.
Prince's music in the movie. How great would have that have been? But
That
you know
would've
what?
been dope.
But you know what Prince did? He threw the script back in their face and goes, "I'm not a bitch like this. You're making him too effeminate."
Wow.
when
And then he turns around and does Purple Rain. Wow.
Dude, when Prince says, "You're making me look like a bitch. I'm not that effeminate." Like that is amazing. Because you know what though? I think that if you had Prince and Gary Oldman in the same room acting, a supernova would happen and like all life would exist would cease to exist.
Especially if he did songs for the movie too. That would have been dope.
Oh my god. Yes, think about it like if he would have done the siren song and everything else because the one thing that suffers in this movie is the music is very dated. Very dated.
No, I didn't get that at all.
No, it's dated because it's you know what movie doesn't suffer from this but almost does is Starship Troopers. Its music is almost dated.
All of its music's almost like military marches though, so.
No, I'm talking about its pop music in it though.
Oh, yeah.
But the reason why Starship Troopers gets away with it is they hired the girl that did all of the military music, that composer. They hired his daughter, who was an up-and-coming pop singer. Her name is Zoe something or other. And because she was musically trained, they had the composer help write music for her so it fit the theme of the movie. Whereas this seems like, it really does seem like they were, it was...
Take techno from 1997 and put it in.
I was going to say this was pre-rave, post-trip hop, but it was trying to do something in between. Like, for instance, the Divas part I really hate because of how they programmed her voice into a keyboard and would...
Yeah, there's that one part where it goes really high and kind of,
I
just feel bad for that actress every time I watch the movie.
Okay, first off, that wasn't an actress. That was my next point. Thank you for the segue. White people are great at segues. That wasn't an actress. That was the director's wife at the time.
Really?
They kept it her a secret. They just called her the diva. She never had a name, like blah, blah, blah. That was his wife at the time. They had somebody, like a real famous musician to play her. And then either they backed out the last minute or they thought it would be too, like, recognizable. And because Prince wasn't in it, like,
I'm waiting for you to give me the name, Zach.
No, they had people in mind, but they didn't.
Oh, they never
pulled the trigger.
Somebody.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So he goes, okay, well, I'm just going to have my wife do it, and then we'll pre-record the song. So they dressed her up, but I was telling Zombies in this when we were watching the movie, when you see the siren before she's about to sing, right? She's in that giant veil and you can't see her. None of the cast was allowed to see her in makeup. None of the cast even knew it was going to be her. And when you see the reaction of Bruce Willis when she walks out and he has this weird look, that's the first time he ever seen her is on set.
So
they wanted a general reaction, and everyone was like, "Whoa, that's cool."
I wonder if they did that to Bruce Willis with Ruby Rod too, just Ruby Rod popping out and Corbin Dallas.
I would not be
the Gemini Croquet contest because he's just like the fuck.
Yeah. When Ruby and Corbin meet, he's like so put off, like he's like, "Yes," and then he just starts walking.
With Chris Tucker, you just hear "go" and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to believe this. This movie took 22 years to write.
Worth it.
Because
it was worth every second of it.
The writer-director, you could look up his name. I have it right here. Let me look it up. But regardless, he was really like a nerd at school, and he went to like a part of French school or a part of France where there wasn't that many people anyway. Mm-hmm. So instead of like hanging out with like fellow-minded people, he would just write these stories about this universe, like the universe of which this takes place. Luc Besson, or Besson, Besson. Anyway, he would write all these stories and actually draw storyboards and shit.
Oh my God, there's a universe for this. We need more. We need more in this universe.
Get this. He wrote 3 fucking movies. 3. 1, 2, 3. But then something happened.
No.
Him and the siren wife got a divorce, and he ended up marrying Mila Jovovich.
Oh.
And then they went on to do The Messenger. And then after that, everything sucked. Okay. Everything sucked. Yeah. Because think about it, dude. This guy did Leon the Professional, one of my favorite movies of all time. He did Lund Roller Run, he did a couple other things. He was like the French Hope for a minute, like in the 90s of, this guy's going to save like, foreign film for us, kind of like how like Tarantino. I always say this in the late 90s or mid to late 90s, it seemed like film was getting saved. And then fucking what's his name and his big fucking Hollywood $1 billion dick came around and ruined it all for everybody. I'm talking about Michael Bay, of course. But
Explosions.
Hey, you guys remember Transformers? Guess what? We're gonna have Transformers. And then all the movie studios were like, bye, art, bye.
Yeah.
So those are all the fun facts I have.
Speaking of Mila Jovovich.
Okay.
That language she's speaking, she actually learned.
Actually, her and him made it. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
There's 400 words in the language.
She's not babbling. She's speaking.
Yeah. There is 400 words in the language, and her soon-to-be husband, Luke, they would actually only exchange notes in this language. And they
divine language.
They have a book that they used to write in.
Spoken throughout the universe before time was
like, hey, I'm taking my lunch break. She would actually write down like so it was very much like Al Bed. We were talking about cousin speech.
Yeah.
They developed their own, and the only people who could speak it was the director, writer, and her, and that's it. Now, I wonder. Oh, by the way, a lot of these facts, and I never give them enough credit. I do, but I always forget. This is Minty Comedy Arts.
I knew it was Minty.
I love Minty. I got to give him more shout outs. Like, he actually gives us shout outs, like, not on the show, obviously, but on comments and everything else. But I do double check his facts, and some of his facts are not usable, but usually he's a good starting line. So if you go, hey, you stole those facts. No, I'm borrowing them, and I'm giving him credit. So, jog on. So there you go. Yeah, I really wonder if they would talk in that language when they were married.
You think they talk about like that in the bedroom?
Well, I don't know. if me and my wife invented a language, I don't know
if me and my wife invented a language, we would use it to talk shit about people.
We kind of do in a way, but it's just words. Like, for instance, pants or like kitten laundries. You know, there's certain words. Like kitten laundry means like take out the kitten, like the litter box. Mm-hmm. Pants means significant other. Like, hey, pants, can you take care of that?
Pants. Hey,
pants, can you make me a grilled cheese?
Grilled cheese. Grill me a cheese.
Exactly. So, but pants is like a it's like a Sir Ormatum. But a significant other Sir Ormatum, puns, if you will.
Yeah, the wife, I occasionally just refer to her as wife or spouse, which is funny because if I say her name in public, doesn't turn around. But if I say spouse, she'll turn and look at me.
Dude, is it weird when my wife ever says my name, she's talking to somebody else? Like, she'll never say my name to me. I think it's weird if that does happen.
Oh, yeah. There was a thing I saw recently where it's like, call your significant other by their first name and just see what happens.
Yeah, we're probably bumming Neo out here. I'm sorry, Neo. Neo's
no, you're not.
Okay. All right, Neo pants.
Yeah.
So, anyway, what would you guys give this on the Evergreen Tomato scale? And you might hate my answer, but first, let me give the officials, okay? Because I thought you were going to hate my answer until I saw the officials. And
no, I know the officials are abysmal. This is a cult classic. You love it or you hate it. I get it.
Tomato meter, 71%.
It went down a little bit. It was 75 like years ago. But
audience score, 86.
That's good. Okay, there's that. Okay, not bad.
Okay, so what do you guys?
Okay, so split the difference there, low 80s.
Yeah, low 80s, high 70s. No. I'd say high 70s, 71, 86. If you actually add that up, that'd be high 70s. What would you give it there, Neo? You want to go first? You never go first. You should go first.
Yeah, I'll go first.
He always goes last.
It's been a minute since I've watched it, but it's one of those you can always.
Dude, we watched.
You're always gonna watch it.
Yeah, we just rewatched it. Did not need to.
It's one of those you don't need to rewatch it. It's exactly how it is in your mind. It did not change. The effects do not age. No. The effects are like they're evergreen. Great. They're nothing is wrong with the effects. There wasn't like when we watched The Mummy.
Yeah.
There was not a...
there was some okay, that's a little dated,
no,
but serviceable.
The one thing I hated was the gun effects, the gun sights, how they look plastic.
But that was an aesthetic choice, and not a special effects
also,
problem.
too, how a lot of the guns have plexiglass shields. And the other thing, too, is how come the fucking cars make a sound like tires like breaking on rubber? Like on asphalt, when there's clearly no tires. But they make that noise, and it's not brakes.
I didn't even think about that. I'd have to listen to it.
Dude, I'm telling you, during the chase scene, which I love, the chase scene through the fog and everything else.
I'm sure some actual nerds can be like, well, actually, they had like these air systems that used,
Dude, I'm telling you, you hear asphalt, and you hear like the burn at the, like you hear burnt, and it's... I mean, yeah, it adds...
pod racers, you get that too when they come around, and they're skidding.
Yeah, but they don't actually make the sound of, like, rubber being torqued against asphalt, though.
I'm going to need to rewatch listening out for that this time.
Yeah, so that's...
All that considered, Neil, what you got?
The two things I was very mad at, but all the other effects hold up great. Yeah, Neil, what do you got? What do you think?
Okay.
Take your time.
I'll give it an 87.
Damn.
Solid score.
Not bad.
Solid score.
Because it's one of those you can just constantly watch
Yeah.
whenever you just happen to find it.
I would say for a lot of people, this is a desert island movie. In fact, I was hanging out with our first ever Patreon, Jeff Uglyshoes, and this is his favorite movie of all time.
He is not wrong. It's a good movie.
This movie and Scott Pilgrim and anything Fallout, like just that's him. Like he's that kind of like he likes that kind of future. I mean, he's into medieval shit, but like anything kind of like just dystopian, not perfect future, like not like Star Trek bothers him, right? But like Star Wars, he likes because it's not perfect future, like anything kind of like that. But Zorg is still his favorite enemy of all time, and or
Gary
heel.
Oldman,
His Gary Oldman is fucking phenomenal. I mean, like he's our Lon Chaney Jr. He really is the man of 1,000 faces. If you don't believe me, go watch this and then go watch Dracula and go, that's the same guy. Oh, and by the way, in Dracula,
has he been in a role that no one's liked?
Commissioner Gordon.
No, he was loved as Commissioner Gordon.
I'm just saying the original Commissioner Gordon, though, I like better because I like the voice of the original Commissioner Gordon in the animated series.
We can't compare anything to the animated series.
We can't because we're just
Kevin
all
Conroy
we're
can't
just,
be touched.
Yeah, and also Joker here.
Yeah,
like again,
getting into Midnight Ramen territory.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. We need to get out of the ramen and in the movie.
I've had enough ramen for now. I'm full.
No, you haven't. That's the problem.
No.
So, you give it an 87. What are you giving it? I know you're going to give it in the 90s, huh?
Yes, I'm giving it a 95. Now, I wanted to come out here and just nostalgia boner instant smack you with it. Full 100. Full 100. You know, I'm like, you know what? I did that with Princess Bride. I pushed the point.
No, you didn't, though. Because Princess Bride, we all watched, and it is 1,000% of where you
It's
left
immaculate.
it.
Yeah. So this one too, along the same lines. I granted there are some things that are a bit dated with it. I get that. I get it's a little culty. It's not exactly for everybody.
The aliens don't really hold up that much, even though it's practical effects.
I give it into the mid 90s for its practical effects, for its use of practical effects everywhere that they could. But yeah, 95 I think is a good spot for it. The things that I would ding it for are just, age special effects. The acting is on point. The costume design is great. The set pieces are fucking cool. And even like minor and background characters, like the guy at the door trying to rob him.
Yeah.
That whole interaction, fucking hilarious.
Except for that gun is ridiculous.
I love the gun where it has like two magazines on either side.
I will tell you
and
this.
Spikes in the front.
I will tell you this. Yeah. Borderlands borrowed a lot from this fucking movie.
Yes, they did.
Because all the guns in this are like every gun. I'm like, I had that in Borderlands.
Yeah, and ZF1. The ZF1. We'll get into it, but that is the coolest fucking gun.
I know which one.
Science
I
fiction.
know which one beats it.
What?
I got it right here.
Let's hear it.
The fucking M90 pulse rifle.
No.
Yes, it does, Brett. Don't even fuck. Dude,
what does the pulse rifle do?
It shoots grenades and it looks cool, and you could attach a fucking flame unit to it and go.
No, the flamethrower was a separate unit. That wasn't on the pulse rifle.
Not when Ripley's around. She has duct tape.
Oh God. Yeah. Okay. So duct tape it on. No. How about
it's also got a motion tracker
built in? How about having it already built in?
All right, Brett. Fucking take your fucking. It doesn't even look like it has weight to it, but you know what? If you are going to shoot left hand, it's
all things should be.
There you go. It is a cool gun.
Yeah, it is.
Except for that one button on the bottom there.
That one little red button on there. But hey, also that gun predicted the future. Back in the 90s, all like military guns were black.
Yep.
That was the first one to be a fucking like desert.
Yeah,
flat dark earth pattern.
There is
carbine.
You're right. There is so many guns now that have different like patterns for camouflage,
and they're all flat dark earth and desert themed. Yeah, every single one of them.
Like my 223 Predator is exactly that pattern. It's the desert kind of like cat like brown with beige kind of.
Yeah.
You are right. And also,
flat dark earth and coyote tan. Yes.
We were talking about Ace Air Combat, the video games. All the planes started having that look, too.
Yeah. That was a big thing on the SU-37, I think? Yeah.
So, guys, you're going to hate me a little bit.
Oh, we're in the 70s with Zach.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Now, let me tell you.
70s.
Let me tell you why.
This is worse than fucking Event Horizon.
Dude, am I just thinking really loud right now?
It's not worse than Event Horizon.
No, I'm not saying it's. I'm just saying it's not as good as Event Horizon. I'm giving this a solid.
Yes, it is.
I'm saying it's not as good as Event Horizon. I'm giving it 79, right under, right under. Combined score, that's at least an 85. At
Blasphemy.
least.
Blasphemy. Heresy.
Hold on. Event Horizon
Slander.
is like Space Madness, the best Space Madness movie.
Yeah, it's the unofficial Warhammer movie. We get that.
Okay. Event Horizon did something that 2001 Space Odyssey couldn't do. This movie was at a time when a lot of great movies came out. Mm-hmm. And I know you guys want Bruce Willis's cock in your mouth. I get it. I'm not a Bruce Willis guy. Mila Jovovich, I do not love. The only thing that really does this for me is that the fact that the effects hasn't aged. But here's the main thing, though.
Let's hear it.
The main bad guy, right? The Death Star, if you will, or whatever you want to call it, right?
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying
you could tell this was written by a 16-year-old. The element of death is coming, and it actually calls Zorg, and it's like, dude, this is like a D&D campaign written by a 16-year-old. Like, it really does show. There's also no stakes. Here's another thing.
It's Final Fantasy VII, Zach.
God damn it!
You don't like Meteor?
No, the difference is that Corbin Dallas would have fought Zorg in Final Fantasy VII. Corbin Dallas and Zorg are not even in the same fucking room ever in this movie.
No,
Did you notice that?
That's what makes it funny.
Okay, well, I have a just look.
Imagine if Cloud and Sephiroth were constantly missing each other.
Neo, can you like fucking? I know that's one thing I do hate about the fucking remake is they're constantly bouncing into each other. And it's like, can you fucking? Do you know what foreplay is? Why are we going straight to anal? We haven't even licked the ass yet. Oh, I forgot. You don't like vampires and you don't like anal stuff. Dude, Neo, did you know he doesn't need ass at all?
Nope.
He won't.
You never go ass to mouth.
No,
never go ass to mouth.
If you're really in love, you do. So,
save that one for after dark. Save it for after. Save it.
Which one are we saving that for?
After dark. We can do it after dark.
Do you want to go ahead and get into this? I'll go ahead and play the
fucking send it.
The intro because we've already talked about. This is one of those movies you talk about a lot, and there's really not a lot to go through via plot. But we are going to anyway.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to be. I mean, we're already like what, fucking 40 minutes in of just going. The intro. So yeah, we're going to go ahead, play the intro, and then we'll go and talk about it. So here's the official trailer.
Every 5,000 years.
Remove the shield.
When the three planets are in eclipse, the black hole like a door is open. Evil comes, spreading terror and chaos.
There's nothing that can stop this.
There is only one thing.
Perfect.
The Mondachiwan have in their possession the only weapon to defeat evil. 4 elements, gathered around a fifth.
Hello.
Corbin, sweetheart. You got broken fingers, you can't punch my number?
Hi, Mom.
Welcome on. Have a nice day.
Major Dallas, you're selected for a mission of the utmost importance.
What mission?
Save the world.
Is that thing solid?
Unbreakable.
Good. Where are the stones?
I don't know. And even if I did know, I wouldn't tell somebody like you.
There's nowhere else to go.
In God's name would do such a thing.
Hang on.
Holy shit, is that our music from fucking After Dark? That is the same music from our After Dark shit. All right, I think we have a little fifth wall to break here. I did not realize that. Hold on, let me unmute Neo. Dude, I did not realize that's where we got our music from After Dark. That was the same song.
I didn't realize that.
Did you realize? I mean, now after
once
hearing,
you pointed it out, yeah, I was like, okay.
holy shit, because that was stock music I got. But that music is exactly our After Dark music.
You might have to bump up your score now.
Neo, did you notice that? Or you can't hear what we play over here, huh? Our sound effects?
Unless I have my mic set up and my headset on, I can't hear it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of the reason why you own it. But I mean,
damn it,
son of a bitch. But no, I mean, I would play it now. But you should just pay $5 and be part of the Patreon to go hear Knife Party After Dark to hear it yourself. So this movie starts off, and it starts off in 1914, and it takes place right next door to where The Mummy is taking place.
I thought it was like 1920 something.
No, it's 1914.
No.
And 1914 in Egypt.
Yes, and it's
The Mummy takes place in the 1920s.
Yeah, 1920s. Yes, 1923 actually, to be exact. If you really want to be a dick about it. So this is right next to Hamunaptra, but this is like another pyramid.
I don't want to go to Egypt.
Now here's something that really makes it lose its points. Now, as Luke Perry and the kid are and the scientist dude or archaeologist rather, they're figuring out what the fifth element is, right? And the aliens come down. By the way, I really like the alien ships.
The Montechiwan have a fucking great design to them.
Yeah,
they're so weird looking.
That totally rips off the movie Heavy Metal that came out earlier. That they
took inspiration from, not ripped off.
There's direct scenes that rip off Heavy Metal. We'll get in that. In fact, Corbin Dallas is based off of the first character in Heavy Metal. Like almost exactly. We'll get to that. Now, when Matthew Perry shoots with that Luke Perry, sorry, whatever. With that, by the way,
it's not the guy from Friends.
What is that gun that he shoots him with? Because it looks like it's not automatic.
It's a broom-handled Mauser.
But why is it automatic in this?
Because dumb gun stuff. Same reason that they don't have to reload. Dumb gun stuff.
Because it goes brrrr, and I'm like, that gun doesn't do that.
No, that is not a full auto. No.
That bothered me.
Yeah.
So it lost points right there.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, Beverly Hills dude, who I'm not even mad at him. I thought he should have had more of a character in the movie.
That would have been cool.
And Aziz was cool too. I mean, I kind of wanted them.
Aziz, lights.
Lights. Yeah, that's great. The aliens come down who do not look capable of doing anything. Now, I want to know about these aliens. Like
the Montechiwan.
Are these suits or are they mechs or what the fuck are they? Because it would make it was bothering me the whole time watching this movie. I was thinking like, oh wait, hold on.
That's the episode. Just us doing.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair. That was even better.
That was better. God fucking damn it. Fucking damn it.
Probably the latest point we've ever put in intro music. So
not really an intro at this point.
I know, right?
It's a mid-tro.
Dude, it's like almost an outro. This is like mid-batch shit. So what the fuck was up with okay,
the Montechiwan design?
Yeah, like I'm thinking kind of like that they were like Independence Day, where it was the
exosuit.
Yeah, like it was an exosuit, and they're like little dudes in between. So when the guy gets caught after the shooting starts and like the doors start closing, he goes, "Only life," and he puts out his finger, and the key comes out. Cool scene. Why couldn't he just use that key to reopen the door and go, "Dude, get on your fucking ship"?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
That bothered me a lot.
Yeah, that docked some points for me.
The keyhole was only on the outside, which would make no sense.
Because his hand was there, so it's also slightly open a little bit. It's not completely closed.
He could have been, dude, my mech suit is crushed, or I'm going to lose my hand, but can you get me out of here, dude? Like, do they take any damage and they just die? Like, are they that fragile? Are they like the Protoss? Because they kind of remind me of the Protoss from StarCraft.
I could see that.
Which, if they don't have their shields up, they're very weak.
Which one of you two is the Mass Effect nerd?
Me.
Oh, okay. What's the race where they're fully encapsulated in the suit?
Corian.
Yeah.
Not
He's
the
right.
genophage one, the other one.
Yeah, the Quarian.
Are we talking about?
Oh
Mass
yeah, I thought you said Krogan.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm guilty. I've never played Mass Effect 3. It's on my list. I've heard such bad things that I never played it. I just played number 1, like 2, The Brink, and then number 2. Because number 1 was one of my first games on Xbox, and I just like dominated that game because there's so much shit to do.
Yeah, but yeah, it kind of reminds me of that design where they're completely
we'll get into that
encapsulated.
discussion later, Zach.
Okay, yeah. All right, we should. So, I mean, you guys need to convince me to repick it up, like, because I really want to. I have the whole series, but back to this.
Yeah.
So, because, dude, I do love that gameplay style of, like, the relationships, and it goes on, like, when you play anyway. So, we go into Corbin Dallas, who's an old fighter pilot. He's like a colonel or some shit.
He was spec ops, but they don't say what.
He's a
forces.
Yeah, and he's a cab driver now. Now, cops later say that he might not actually, like, he's got some ties because he's got some weird stuff on his, like, he's got a radar blocker and everything else like that. And this guy calls him up for, like, some like, dark ops shit, and he goes, just drive a cab, and, you know, my ex-wife, and da-da-da, and you have 4 days to quit smoking. And then, like, there's, you know, they got these little, and he's got a cross-eyed cat.
Yeah, who likes to watch TV?
Who loves to watch TV. Nothing wrong with that. And he's got this little apartment, which, by the way, I've stayed in hotels about this big.
Yeah, it's a tiny little place. I mean, but it's got the cool, like, shower that, you know, retracts
Self-cleans.
into his fridge, and then the bed that retracts underneath his, you know, desk.
I could see this being a very hazardous place because I could see myself getting drunk and accidentally, like, puking in the shower and accidentally, like, drowning myself or freezing myself.
Auto wash.
Yeah. Dude, but how cool would it be if you had to throw up and you throw up in the refrigerator and then just press a button and it self-cleans? You're like, man, that's refreshing. I wouldn't even use the toilet. I'd just be peeing in, like, everything and just, like, auto wash.
Did he have a toilet?
Dude! Dude, that's a good point.
Double as the toilet?
I think the shower doubles as a toilet.
You think he's just waffle stomping those turds down the drain or what?
I don't think you need to with the auto wash.
Oh, you just drop a deuce right there.
Either that or the sink.
I mean, it would make your morning routine very easy. He gets his coffee, right? He goes, he takes a shower, he drops a deuce, pisses on the wall, auto wash, boom, clean.
That's gross.
But you know what isn't gross is that he has cleaner sheets than us because every time he gets out of bed, it like self-wraps.
Time. Can you imagine having fresh sheets every night?
Not only that, can you imagine the fun shit you could do with having clean sheets every night wrapped in plastic? I mean, dude, this makes water play a lot more fun.
Oh my God.
And also, too, like bondage stuff. Dude, I was like, I don't know. I was thinking about...
yeah, because you can get saran wrap to the bed.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, all right, you can't move, but I'm gonna let you move your pinky toe and only your pinky toe as I sit here and drop water on your head slowly.
Sounds more like torture, but whatever.
Hey, your lovemaking is different from mine.
Yes, very much so.
All right.
I would hope so. I've heard stories.
I hope they were epic. Remember the on-air lights right there, so just keep it tame. If you've heard any stories, let's save it for Midnight Ramen, all right? All right, so really promoting the show over here. We find out that, like, you know, he's kind of in a bad way right now, blah, blah, blah. He hooks up his cab. By the way, I got really upset because they used a lot of the same sound effects from RoboCop here.
Yeah, there's a lot of recycled, just
Foley.
general sci-fi
Foley
noise.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then he's driving his cab, and then Lilu, the super being, jumps in the back because a couple scenes before this, we see that the alien race, they're like the orcs, you know, of the universe, if you will.
They are kind of orky. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like
Mangalores.
You know what they look like? They actually look like hobgoblins, you know, but they're like the orcs, you know. And they're like
but they're also changelings, which is kind of freaky.
Yeah, but they all work for this Zorg guy who is a kind of oil tycoon / arms dealer. And he owns everything. Like, he owns the cab companies. He owns... Oh, the only place you can get food here besides...
He's Elon Musk.
Yeah. No. No, he's more like... God damn it! I had it in my head. Who
if
was like,
Raytheon was a person? If Lockheed Martin was a person?
I was trying to think if. But the funny thing is though this has kind of got the whole D-man thing where the only restaurant besides street vendors is McDonald's.
We did see a lot of it. Yeah, we did see McDonald's. McDo paid a lot for them ads.
And the McDonald's girls look hot. And it actually made me want McDonald's.
Yeah. I wonder if they would ever... No,
Too bad McDonald's sucks now. Remember McDonald's back in the day used to be consistently, like, decent?
Oh, God.
I'm not saying good. I'm saying if you got chicken nuggets and fries, they were good, and a milkshake.
I don't know if it's just because we were kids and stupid, or if it's actually got
No, dude, their fries are undercooked. They use a different oil. They can't use trans fats
they
now.
already did that. Yeah, I know about that change. But, like, the only thing it's like I'm, like, nostalgic for with McDo is, like, I miss, like, the fried apple pie.
Yeah. Good times.
Remember the Ronald McDonald cookies?
Dude, remember you get the fried apple pie and you dip it in the milkshake and it was super good?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Their food is like garbage. I mean, it always was garbage, but now it tastes like garbage and it's garbage for you when before it actually tastes good and was garbage for you. The only thing consistent that they haven't changed anything with is their fucking chicken nuggies.
I really want to try the golden menus, though. From this movie,
yeah,
it's like with the golden menu. I'm like, what is that? What's the golden menu?
I know. It's like
I want to try it.
Did they bring back the Arch Deluxe? Like, because that was good.
The McDLT.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you know that caused like more damage to the environment than almost anything else ever.
The styrofoam containers.
You know who was the commercial for the McDLT? Oh, I might have to end on this. George Costanza.
Is he fucking really?
Dude, you never seen the commercial for the McDLT?
No, like
please remind me that's what we're ending on.
I'm old enough to like remember that the McDLT was a thing, but I've never seen commercials for it.
Please remind me to end on that. Please. We got to end on McDLT with George Costanza. There's a song and dance and everything.
Is George Costanza singing and dancing?
Yes!
Yeah, we're ending on that.
And he goes, one side's hot and one side's cold. They put them together and then da-da-da.
It sounds believable. Fuck, I don't know if you're fucking with me or not.
No, I'm not. And it takes place, I believe, in New York because it's on like the streets. And he's like, yeah, let's get jazzy about a burger. Dude,
what the really?
I'm not lying, dude. Okay.
Neo, is he fucking with me?
You remember when you Hasselhoffed me the other day?
Yes.
I am not. I'm telling you, this existed and it was just so retarded it went under your belt. I'm saying I'm not...
I'm excited to see this. Okay, but
so
back to the golden menus.
All right, real quick though, the new thing: if you Hasselhoff somebody, that means it was so retarded you forgot about it, but it existed.
Okay.
So I am Hasselhoffing you right now.
Let's do it.
That it was so. I'm telling you, 1989 was a weird time, dude.
I don't remember that at all.
Once you see it, you're going to remember it. You're going to go, "Oh shit, I do remember that dance."
I'm really glad. Either it's so deep in the vault that I'm just locking
or
it away.
It's scar tissue in the brain where you like forget. But yeah, anyway, so
yeah, that's the vault. The thing in my head where things go to die, that's the vault in my head.
So the orc aliens shoot down this plane, this spacecraft by these
the Mondachi ones.
The Mondachi. Thank you. Can we just call them Mondo dudes?
Yeah,
the Mon dudes. So the Mondos,
the Gizmo Ducks,
they get shot down, and they're looking for to give to this arms dealer, this tycoon, these stones.
A crate with 4 stones in it.
Yes,
not 1 or 2 or 3, but 4. 4 stones.
4. And they basically are materia. There's an ice materia, there's a wind materia, there's an earth materia, and there's a fire materia. And these materia can
water, not ice.
There is no water materia till later. Okay. Can we just say ice materia, though?
No.
Okay, so there's materia in there. And why is he looking for him? To get, and this is why I have problems with this movie, to give to, like, the universal god of death. Like,
Genova.
Why would you give over when it's going to kill it? This is the same problem
and we didn't say, like, what his deal was, what he was getting out of it. Nobody said that. Unless he's just
what is he going to, like,
evil.
Like, yeah, but I mean, even if so, you can't exist if death wins, if anti-creation happens.
Unless he's like for it?
Yeah.
Unless he's just complete psycho? I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, like maybe if I
can't
have you, no one will. If I can't rule the world, no one will. Maybe?
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of makes sense.
I mean, unless like the thing promised him some kind of thing. It's like, I'm going to kill everybody except you.
Or
I don't know.
Or I'm going to reset the universe and you'll be my supreme being.
Maybe.
I
don't know.
I mean, see, if they would have explained on this, I would like this movie a lot better.
And that docked at a point for me. Yeah.
Yeah, it docked at a few points for me. So, anyway, the stones aren't there, and the plane is crash landed. But like the government finds the crash landing, the president, who, by the way, I want to vote for this president.
President Devo.
President Devo of the Federation is the coolest president ever, even if he has one wonky eye. I love this guy. Wasn't this the dude from Friday?
Yeah, Devo.
Yeah, this is Zeus
Zeus.
from the Hulk Hogan movie.
Oh, yeah.
No Holds Barred? No Holds Barred?
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Dude, this was Zeus from No Holds Barred. I have him unlocked in my WWE game. I really do. Swear to God. So anyway, remember he teamed up with Macho Man in WrestleMania 3? Was it 3? I think it was 3.
I don't recall.
Regardless. So, dude, this guy is so well-spoken and everything else. I'm like, man, every politician right now should watch this movie and go, just try to be kind of like him and you'll probably win. Just don't lose your shit and be cool. It doesn't hurt to be a bald black dude who's like, well fit and go, Mr. Dallas, da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. But,
Dude had a good cadence.
Yeah, he's got a great cadence. And even like in the fret of peril, he keeps his shit together. But I really like him.
Not as good as President Camacho.
I think the best president ever, though, is still Morgan Freeman in Deep Impact.
Nope, it's President Camacho.
Dude, over Morgan Freeman?
Yes.
Morgan Freeman does everything better than anyone has ever done, better except for Jeff Goldblum.
And Gary Oldman.
Oh, Gary Oldman we could be. But we can't have two Gary Oldmans in the same movie. Actually, we can. Anyway.
I want a movie with all Gary Oldman. Remake Multiplicity with Gary Oldman.
In Mars Attacks, there's 3 Jack Nicholsons, and all of them are great characters. Yes. And one of them happens to be the president, by the way.
Still not as good as... Nah.
Anyway, not as good as what?
I was going to say not as good as President Camacho.
Why do you like him so much?
Have you seen President Camacho?
What movie is this from now? Remind me.
Idiocracy.
Oh, no, he's awesome. But he...
as soon as he realized, he's like, oh, yeah, that guy.
Speaking of which, though, that is the same exact guy, like, it also ripped off... Borderlands ripped that off for Torg, who is the president of the planet... what was the name of the planet? Anyway, if you guys played Borderlands, you know exactly. Yeah. Well, there's a president who's based off him, and his name is Torg. And he goes, explosions! That's his answers to everything. It's like we have problems over in this part of the country. Explosions! Like is his answer. So anyway, they find like one relic,
just a hand,
body part, and it's like a right glove hand statue piece,
but there's bone sticking out.
But there's organic matter in there, and it has 200 peptides versus R46 or whatever.
I think that's technobabble. I don't know.
Okay, you know how we have like 23 and 23
equal DNA more. Yeah.
Yeah, she has 200.
Yeah.
But they keep saying he, right? They say it's the perfect being, and then
because they didn't know.
They don't know. And plus she comes out with small tits at first, which by the way, if you have small tits, fuck yeah, leave those alone. Big tits are overrated. There's too many big titties out there. Stop getting your tits fixed. You're not fixing them, you're breaking them. Small titties are beautiful. Stop putting fucking silicone in them.
All titties are beautiful.
Yeah, all titties matter.
Yeah.
Ooh, t-shirt? F the knife party, all titties matter?
No, because that's going to seem like a really weird statement with me and my man titties.
Oh, I thought you were going to say... I thought you were going to say you and my wife with their fucking gigantic fucking, like, ballistics. But anyway. So, They reconstitute her and they give her this skimpy like little white bandage outfit, and of course we introduce Lilu. Lilu then escapes while everyone is gawking over her like, wow, she's perfect, and she fights her way out and just jumps through walls. Superhuman strength, jump through walls, jumps out like, and then
through a bulletproof glass enclosure.
Yeah, and then the cops got her kind of cornered as she Spider-Man's her and Batman's her way across like the awning of a building that's
what it reminded me of when she jumps out like that. It reminds me of Spider-Man.
Yeah. And she's up like 2,000 feet on these giant like high rise. Because remember, this is a city above a city. Because there's like old Brooklyn downstairs, and then there's new Brooklyn upstairs.
It's Coruscant.
Yeah, so it's like Midgar status.
Yeah.
She jumps
Well,
out.
there's no roof, so there's
Yeah,
no cap.
yeah, there's no roof, but there's a layer of fog that is kind of like a roof. So she jumps out, lands in the back of Corbin Dallas's cab, and then he's like smitten with her right away. Cops
bada
pull
boom.
up, and the big bada boom, and then cops come. They're like, "Let us have her," and he's like, "All right, whatever. This is where you get off." And then she just reads
Chase.
like, "Please." Is written on the back of the thing.
Yes, help.
So she says, "Please help." He changes his mind, loses his last ticket on his license, and we get a really cool car chase. Minus the fact that I hate the fact that you hear tires screeching, and
I don't think it's tires you're hearing. I
dude, you need to rewatch it. It bothered me. You hear.
I'm gonna rewatch it with headphones just to make sure.
I'm telling you, you hear tires.
I'm gonna listen for it.
So, but we
do tomorrow at work.
we do get a really cool chase scene, though. The chase scene here is really cool, and it even is the typical. They even do the same thing, like in The Crow and in like Terminator, where like you see
Star Wars ripped this off.
Oh, with the
Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, where there's the flying car chase.
Yeah, dude, a lot of things ripped off this movie, but yeah. Oh, by the way, the Metacooler-Lorians, when they're flying in to deliver the package, is the exact same shot from Heavy Metal, where you see the spaceship coming in, where they're doing coke off the ground. Is the exact same scene where you see it going in through those little beacons that are like red and then they turn green. And
yeah.
It's the exact same shot as that, even like what direction it's coming from. And also the character Corbin Dallas is based, you could tell. If it's not, then it's like super fucking influenced by the main character in Heavy Metal, the cab driver.
Yeah, the cab driver.
Where he kills people and he throws their gun like in a pile of other guns.
Yeah.
It's so... And then a girl comes in the back who is in need of assistance and da-da-da. It's exactly the same story. It's
just a little different.
It's a little different and a little elongated. That's another problem I have with this is the whole time I was watching this, I'm like, I kind of want to watch Heavy Metal after this.
It's like, why do I want to listen to Sammy Hagar all of a sudden?
I know. Yeah! By the way, you're an anti-Hagar guy, huh?
No, love Sammy Hagar.
Oh, good. Okay, so then
I can't drive 55.
So then you and Jeff could get along on two things. We have Ace Air Combat, and then we have Sammy Hagar. So you know what? There will be peace in the night party.
There is hope for the galaxy.
There is hope for the cutting room floor. So after this, he drives down. They hide out from the cops in the mist. I really like this part. That's when he gets to actually meet her, and then she just could say priest. And the last time
I love his little like quips. It reminds me of like Leon from Resident Evil 4, where he's like just like priest, and he's like, you don't need a priest, you need a doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You guys just got in a really bad accident, ran from the cops and everything, but it's like, I'm still going to be charming as shit.
No, yeah, he is really cool in this. You could tell this was written like for a more, who would have been really good. We were talking about remaking this. Kurt Russell should have been Corbin Dallas.
Nope. It would have been an acceptable substitute.
Think about Big Trouble Little China, Kurt Russell.
I'm thinking, but that's exactly the one I pictured.
Yeah.
I went Snake Plissken. I'm like, no.
No, you got to go Big Trouble Little China. That kind of charming, because I mean, this has a lot like in common with that too. Except he's a truck driver. Anyway, go to the priest, figure out she's supreme being, blah blah. She learns the English language, chicken, good, multi-pass, etc., etc.
He learns what consent means with a gun to his head.
Yes, he does.
Doesn't think to get his gun back though, and that's a
no. He asked for it a couple of times.
He asked for it and doesn't get shoved out.
So then finally, he gets home. He gets fired. His mother keeps calling him. That's like a thing that happens throughout this movie.
But one of the coolest scenes: Chinese takeout right at your fucking window.
Again, borrowed from Blade Runner.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Blade Runner totally invented. Okay, so we were having a discussion before you got on that we think that this movie and Blade Runner could exist at the same exact time. Like,
I can see it.
The way everything looks and everything else, this movie and Blade Runner could exist at the same time. In fact, one of the dudes is even in Blade Runner.
Yeah.
The main colonel guy.
No, the general. Yeah.
The general, yeah.
Yeah, but wasn't he one of the replicants?
He was.
We're just saying in the same universe this movie could exist. Like, this could have been a side campaign from Blade Runner, if you will. You know? Like, it could have been an episode in the same universe. Because this and Blade Runner look so much alike. Like, from its advertising, from the vehicles, like this, even the weapons.
This is a little brighter, but
It is a little brighter, but Blade Runner always takes place at night when it's raining. This could have been in the summertime. That could have been at nighttime.
yeah, same universe. Just this is the one directed by Joss Whedon. The Blade Runner is the one directed by Zack Snyder.
There you go. So now he gets recruited to go on a mission to save the world via the priest, because the priest talks to the president, et cetera, et cetera. And they kind of tie up all loose ends very well. And the rest of this fucking movie takes place on a cruise ship.
Yes.
I mean, you know, we even have some tribbles come in. We have two of Bjork's ex boyfriends come on, or it might be girls now. I don't know. Come in as extras. There's a funny thing about this director. He really likes like DJs and musicians and shit. I swear to God, dude. Like, and they're all happen to be Bjork's exes. Like, there's like a guy named Tricky. He's also in not Lock, Stock, but the one after that, Snatch.
Oh yeah.
He's in that movie too. He's the guy that tries to rob the spot.
Was he the guy whose face kept changing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
He did that. That effect was not bad.
that effect actually worked very well.
Mm-hmm.
No. I'm talking about the black dude who's like, I'm really sorry, sir. That guy.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. And then we get Chris Tucker, who should have been played by Prince. I'm speeding it up along now because we're kind of like,
I could talk about this all night.
we get well. Not only that, but I mean, by this point, you kind of know already happens. It becomes an action film as soon as they get on it. One thing I will say about this movie is there's not a boring part of it.
No.
It's a roller coaster from start to finish. It is like something to be said about Blade Runner. Blade Runner is a very slow burn.
Yes, you have to be a fan of like film and the aesthetic and like
Yeah.
the ambiance
Well,
that they're setting.
the aesthetic grabs me in Blade Runner and keeps me there. This movie is, I see a lot of problems with it, but its pacing is so well that it doesn't bother me.
No.
And also, every time I get slightly annoyed, Gary Oldman has a scene, and I'm like, I'm fucking...
Yeah.
I'm back.
There is no like weak character in this. You know, even like someone like David is super interesting and
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, no, I mean it's great too because they're okay. A couple of things. They're allowed to make Jew humor without being anti-Semitic.
Mm-hmm.
First off, I'm allowed because I'm a quarter. So, but I will say this, dude, you can't really offend me that much. But it's funny when they try to work around being offensive, where they make their yarmulkes look like the Whip It Good like Devo things.
Yeah.
And they make them very Jewy. By the way, do you know who like the head priest is, Neo?
No.
The head priest is fucking Bilbo Baggins, and I noticed it right away when he goes, "It's a super being." That's Ash from fucking Alien, dude. That is Ash from the original 19th.
I still don't think that's Ash.
That is Ash. It's perfect. Super being. That is Ash from Alien, dude. What?
Neo, you on it?
No, the actor, yeah, that is him.
See?
That's Ash?
Yes! That's Bilbo and Ash. The same guy. The fucker doesn't age. But anyway,
They would have to very much not age.
Dude, that guy does not age. But anyway, regardless, that dude rules. Like, all the characters in here are good. Even, I remember Ruby annoyed me when I first saw this movie. He didn't annoy me this time because once I learned kind of like he was going for the whole Prince thing, but like comic relief, he's not, he's annoying, but he's not super annoying. I mean, he's, you know, at the very end, like he kind of wins you over. He's not like a Jar Jar Binks where you're like, can we just kill this motherfucker? You know, and also too, like all the scenes with the stewardesses where he just goes around and, okay, all right, hold on. Here's a controversy. Neo, during the scene with the stewardess, what sexual act is he doing? Because he says he being zombies thinks it's a finger in the butt and two in the cunt, and he's trying to put his fingers together.
No, I said he was eating her out, and then maybe a finger in the butt.
Oh, okay. So that's what you think.
I don't know, man, because the way takeoff happened, it
Yeah.
could be any number of things.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he is Ash.
I
Fuck
told
me
you.
Running.
Yeah, I think he's just licking the clit because he's down and he's back up and he's down and he's back up, and notice like where his hands are. I think maybe the dude is
I don't
just
think
like
we really see his hands. You don't see much of
no. You see him put up his hands like I love you, I always have.
at
You know,
some points. Yeah,
I love you, I always have. But he says it like Chris Tucker. I love you, I always have.
not a good Chris Tucker. Yeah. So they take off, and then they just arrive on Flossed in
What is
Paradise.
it? Real quick though, what is it with black girls and freckles? And it's hot as fuck. Black girls with freckles.
All girls with freckles. Yeah.
I know, but black girls, like light skinned and black chicks with freckles, it's like for whatever reason hotter than it normally would be. If I see a redhead with freckles, it's kind of to be expected. Hot light skinned and black chick with freckles. Like that's like an extra. That's like a +1 on that roll.
I think it's cute and everything, but I think it's gone too far. Do you know that there are girls out there getting
The henna freckles? Yeah,
no,
fuck that.
Nope.
Oh,
Tattooed.
permanent? Yeah, that's gross.
Tattooed. I was like, what are you doing, dude? Like, it.
I think one thing about this show that we've been talking about that any female that listens, and it's quite few and far between, but they should know by now that from us talking, men do not. Are you a man? Okay, not even. So bring gender to it. If you like girls or women, chances are you like them natural. You don't want to have implants and piercings. Like, okay, piercing here and there is fine, but I'm talking about like when someone's like pierced, where you could take a fucking magnet and they'd come towards you, or they're so inked up it's ridiculous. Like, when you see girls and they have like unnecessary like face tattoos or neck tattoos, or like vaginal tattoos like above or whatever. It's like, get a couple on your arm, one in whatever. Like even a
As long as it's well done, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I know. And the funny thing too is if your girl gets tattooed, like my wife has, I think 5 tattoos. I don't even notice them anymore because they've been there for so long. If she got a new one, I'd definitely notice it. But it's like hers are like quaint and cute. Like there's a Hello Kitty, a little heart, a koi fish. It's nothing. But when a girl has like an aggressive sleeve, it's kind of weird, isn't it? And especially when
as long as it's well done.
If she has an aggressive sleeve plus a nipple piercing plus a this, it's like, okay, how bad did your dad rape you? Like,
Jesus Christ.
Okay, how bad did your uncle abuse you? Is that better?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
How bad was your childhood?
And we should be doing this on After Dark. Moving along.
All right. So,
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm just saying, don't get freckle
Save it for
tattoos.
After Dark.
Don't get freckle tattoos. Instead, go out in the sun and tan up. Maybe you'll freckle. Who knows?
I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah, dude. Irish freckle up when they go in the sun. That's how they
just for the Irish.
Well, I mean, black people. There's such a thing as black Irish.
There's what?
You've never heard of black Irish?
Is that someone who's like black and Irish?
Somebody who's black and Irish, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Like Morgan Freeman. Back to him. He's got
Back to
freckles.
Morgan Freeman. So we land on Flossed in Paradise, which we find out is a planet, but also it's a cruise ship, but also it's a spaceship.
So I think they were orbiting the planet because you see it in the background during the diva thing.
Right, but so, like when they first land or when they first go on to the cruise ship is like basically hovering like above the water.
Yeah, so they said that
they were saying that like there's like 400 beaches that are accessible. After 5, the ship goes higher for a better view.
Yeah, exactly. So I think what happens is it itself is not a planet. The cruise ship will go down, and then you can get on and off, and then it goes back up.
So it's a spaceship.
Well, no, what I think is that there is a planet there, yes, but just like Carnival Cruise Lines or whatever, it will dock and then leave later kind of thing.
What I'm saying is Flossed in Paradise the name of the boat, or is it the name of the planet?
I think it's the name of the boat.
Okay.
I think. You have a good point.
What?
It's the name of the planet.
It's the name of the planet.
Flossed in Paradise is the planet.
Yes.
So what's the name of the cruise?
Either way,
Yeah.
they all make their way on there, and it's very like Scooby-Doo-esque how like the priest gets in battling tribbles.
they open up the ductwork and he kind of falls out, and like the wires kind of just stop him halfway.
There's a Jamaican guy that's like, yeah, man, I help do this, and as he's shoving in like the green like power cell, that's when Ruby is like, like fingering what we think is the chick or whatever with freckles. We're not going to get into freckles right now or sleeves. But it's just funny. It's so comical how all of them get on the ship at the same time, with the exception of Zorg's goons. Do not make it so he kills them all and decides, I got to do it myself.
Oh, something to be said about that scene where the Jamaican dude rams the thing in there. There is a lot of that in this movie where someone will do something and it immediately cuts to something else that's happening somewhere else.
I like that when movies will do like a connection to two scenes at once where it's on rhythm. Mm-hmm. Like Fight Club does this a lot. This movie Fincher does this a lot. This movie does this a lot.
Another one where in the movie, like when the bomb's about to go, or no, when Corbin throws the grenade and he tells him to count to 10. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And he counts to 10, and then Corbin stands up and he's like 10, and then it shows the bomb 10, 9, 8. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool.
There's a lot of cool imagery in this, and yeah, this movie. You know what it is, and it's really surprising because knowing that this is the same crew and team that did Leon the Professional, that movie is so gritty and dirty and awesome. This movie is a fucking. If
there's elements of that,
is there 5?
No.
This movie really seems like if MTV, David Fincher, and we're trying to together do a remake of Star Wars.
Yeah, I could definitely get that.
In fact, do you know this was marketed?
But there's no Luke Skywalker. There's just Han Solo.
Right? But you know what? A young Harrison Ford would have been good in this too.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's going to be way too old.
Dude, you know what? It all comes full circle. You know who should have played as Corbin? It would have been better. You know exactly. The Mummy, dude.
Brendan Fraser.
Dude.
I would have loved
Brendan
to see that.
Fraser as Corbin Dallas.
That would have been a good one.
But you make Brendan Fraser exactly like Han Solo, like almost same costume and everything. Oh man, with his quick little whips. Oh, dude, Brendan Fraser and Prince. Oh,
and Brendan Fraser and Prince.
This would have. Oh, dude,
The Fifth Element we should have got.
Oh, dude. Oh my God. And then Catherine Isabel as Lilu. Oh, dude, perfect movie.
Was she even?
She was just underage.
I was gonna say, I was like, I didn't, because she was.
She's a year older than me, so she's like 42.
Oh, okay, so yeah, that would have worked.
No, she still would have been underage. It would have been gross.
No,
Yeah,
this was 90s. Oh, yeah, that's right. No, 97.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm bad at math.
She would have been like 16, dude.
Yeah, nope, doesn't work.
Or 17. It's Catherine Isabel.
That
She
totally stops Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? This was 90s Hollywood. They got away with Moida, if you know what I mean.
Oh, God.
Like,
they got away with a lot.
I mean, Miramax Films was... Dude, like, some of our favorite Tarantino and The Crow and everything else, Dark City, was all based off of fucking under... Regardless, back to this movie. Let's not talking about the darkness of Hollywood. Jesus Christ.
So, yeah, he go. This is where Lilu and Corbin get separated. Lilu goes to go find the diva immediately, and Corbin kind of goes to his room and gets ready,
suited up. And
yeah, he wants to go to the concert.
Yeah, you get guilt trip from the mom. Now the funny thing is, whenever
the phone call,
whenever anything's going to happen, his mom calls. His mom calls him 5 times during this movie, and it's always when something's going to happen.
Yep.
So it's kind of cool. It's like oh, we're in a new act whenever the mom calls.
Yes.
So now we have the whole
concert.
The concert. But meanwhile, while the concert's going, we see a fight scene, and you were saying how they combine the sounds with the action.
Yeah.
This is a really good example of that. Mm-hmm. Probably the best.
Another. This is going into that. Remember, I said I have a theory about Plava Laguna.
Yeah.
So. We'll get to it. But, when she meets the head of security for the first time, he's like, kind of has that shocked look of just tall. I'm like, he wanted to say, "Mommy, I want a piece," but no. So she goes to find Plava Laguna, and Plava Laguna, she seems like she has like almost telepathy. Because
she can communicate without.
Yeah, she kind of looks at one of her assistants, and she goes, down the hall, and it's like, Miss Plava Laguna is very glad you're here. She'll give you the stones after the concert.
Yeah.
Now, everything that happens with Plava Laguna and Lilu during the two scenes, I don't know if she's mimicking Lilu or if there's some kind of like connection there.
I thought there was connection there.
Yeah, like
she's tapping, I think that the siren is tapping into Lilu, letting her know, hey, the stones are with me, you're safe, it's cool.
But also, like, the fighting and the way they move together, it's kind of weird. And even, like, emotionally...
You're right, because she does the same arm thing and the same punch thing when she's doing it.
A couple different times.
Yeah, because she's also blocking as she's doing the two fingers up, like that. And, you're right.
But also, like, when she's first singing to Corbin, it cuts to Lilu, and she's looking out, kind of just staring away, but kind of sad. Now, we realize these are big fucking stones.
Yeah.
Now, she's a big woman.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we need to talk about the stone situation.
Where are we fitting the stones? Here's my thought.
Okay.
Now, is she just some crazy alien, and did she eat them? Does she have room in them, in her stomach cavity next to her alien organs, her squiddly spooch?
I think so, but I also...
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
Here's the thing. And she was, like, safeguarding the stones for the Montechiwan. The Montechiwan took them from Earth because they weren't safe. She has this weird connection to Lilu. I'm thinking she is a synthetic fifth element designed to contain the stones.
Get the fuck out. That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah. So
because she doesn't seem like she feels pain when she gets hurt.
No.
Now, here's what I think.
But also her voice is kind of synthesized.
Yeah, it is. No, that would make a lot of sense. But a synthesized fifth element. So she's like a biomechanical being that is the original protector for Lilu.
Yep. So they're like, hey,
she even knows Lilu's name and everything else. And
yes.
Now, that's a better explanation than what I thought. Because what I thought is that the stones were like materia, because when he pulls them out, they're smaller than they were. At least they look smaller from where...
No, I looked at it when you said that when we were watching it. No, they're full size.
I'm just telling you, what I thought is they were like materia. They grow and shrink or whatever. But what you're saying makes sense. Like, they were there the whole fucking time.
Yep.
And that whole case and things like that were all a ruse. They were within her from the get.
Yeah, they've always been in her.
I like your theory better than mine. Yeah. I do. I surrender my theory.
Yeah, I'm basing that off nothing. I pulled it out of my ass. So,
Neo, how say you?
I agree with his theory.
Okay, so we're all on board. So,
cool. Yeah.
So now
the zombie Plava Laguna theory.
Now hold on, all right.
I didn't earn that one.
Yeah, you did. You did earn it.
Okay.
So now the show is you now fuck.
God fucking damn it. Fucking damn it.
Fucking damn it. I think you figured it out, because a lot of people that I've known, that I've talked about this is like stoner conversation, like, dude, like,
currently not baked, by the way.
Dude, how do you think she got them in there, dude? No, we're totally not baked, actually. No, I'm very serious. We have not gotten silly. We only usually get silly if Antonius is here.
Yeah.
Because we want him to laugh, because his laugh is fucking like, it's liquid heroin.
Yeah. It's contagious.
It is very contagious. I think you're right. I think she might be a synthetic being.
Yeah.
And again, like a Mass Effect.
Maybe made with like Lilu's cells or something to help.
Dude, did she not remind you of the Mass Effect pleasure beings, though? You know the blue beings in Mass Effect?
Liara?
What are they called?
The Asari.
Asari, yeah.
Asari, yeah.
Who was the main one? It was Liara or something like that.
Well, there's two.
Liara to Sony.
Yeah.
All right, Midnight Ramen coming up next, but so
guys, I'm signing off for the night. My pill's kicked in and I'm crashing.
All right, Neo. God bless.
Yep.
See you soon.
Well,
thanks for hanging out.
That's what you get for chasing your Oxycontin with whiskey. You know you're not supposed to do that.
You know I don't like whiskey.
Sorry. Chasing your Oxycontin with fucking, I don't know, gin? What are you chasing your Oxycontin with?
Depression.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. Dude.
Yeah, so like I said, whiskey and Oxycontin, that'll fix that.
You know what? Hey,
You'll never be sad again.
getting off pills, I know what it's like. So I feel you. Now, the great thing about getting...
Catch you later.
All right, man. See you, dude.
Late.
So the great thing about getting off pills is you have tons of energy, but yeah, things are different. Shit, back to the story. So this is where
the
we
fight
get
scene. Where,
we have two great fight scenes, two great shootouts. So Lilu has hers, and right after we have Zorg coming in to go get the stones because everyone else failed him. Mm-hmm. And then we have
they're not here,
and we have Dallas fighting off the orcs, space orcs.
Yeah, and he went full John Wick with those things. He actually looked really good with them. And I gotta say, of all the gun designs, I don't like the Mangalore ones. They're kind of weird looking.
No, I like them better than the Thug Raider looking ones, though. I do, but no, you're right. I mean, the coolest guns in this are actually the pistols. Look like legitimate.
Corbin's pistols are fucking cool.
They look really cool. Like they have a really cool look to them. Mm-hmm. I like how it looks like a conventional pistol, but with parts on it that would make it more devastating, or like better aim or whatever, or stability, or
also in this scene. Mm-hmm. The spike grenade. How many fucking video games stole that exact grenade?
The sticky spike grenade is awesome. It looks like a what do you call it? The old German or Russian grenades.
Potato masher.
Yeah, the potato. But it's got spikes in it, and you just click it over and you count to 10. And when you say the word 10, or maybe they're counting, but he goes, you actually have to say the word 10, and it goes off.
I don't think that's the case. I think he just didn't look at where he turned it to and threw it.
I don't know. Regardless, it does a lot of damage. It does a big effect, and it was very fun. Boom. It was a big bada boom. It was a lot of cool. Love that.
So at this point, he's taken out almost all the Bangalores except for the ones at the control room. So he heads over to the control room with Ruby Rod and the stones, and trying to figure out which one's the leader, and like send someone in to negotiate.
And we're gonna send somebody in to negotiate. And he goes, "Oh, give me the stones."
The first time you saw this, tell me, you didn't. You just like, oh fuck, I didn't see that coming.
Sadly, back in the day when they used to have the teaser and then the trailer, and then they would have the second trailer.
Oh yeah, it's in that. It's
in the second trailer where he goes, "Does anyone else want to negotiate?" Yeah. So I knew exactly what was going to happen. But it was still cool to see. It is a really cool scene. And it's like, it is what you want out of Bruce Willis. Like, we're going to see this dude kick some ass, kind of thing.
He was Leon Kennedy before Leon Kennedy.
What's sad is finally I was looking for where I was getting some noise, and I just figured it out at like the end of the podcast. God damn it.
What was it?
It was, I had an open channel. It's all right. Doesn't matter. People, you know what? You're really not going to notice unless you're listening to this in like really high-powered headphones.
No. Yeah. Your cheap knockoff AirPods are not going to pick this up.
Well, I mean, I try to make this sound so if you're in a car, it sounds great. I try to mix this for a car.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't podcast in the car.
You don't, or you can't?
Can't.
You don't have any converter to play your phone through a car?
Oh, no, just fucking hearing damage. I can't listen to a conversation while there's like traffic noise. Can't do it.
Well, I mean, getting into radio, it's like you start out and you want to do like drive time radio, and podcast is on demand drive time. So, but I was like, what the fuck is that noise from? And I thought it was on his end. Turns out it was on mine the whole time. But fucking, do you know it's not even a rookie move? It's a something I fuck up on quite a bit, but. Yeah,
we'll fuck it up again.
Don't worry. Yeah, we'll fuck it up again soon. Promise.
Yeah. Oh, so now the bomb. It's a.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they realize that there's a bomb on board. Everyone has to evacuate. The head of security is like freaking out while telling everyone to stay calm. Please stay calm. But he's like flailing his arms and shit. It's funny as shit. And then everyone's running for the escape pods, but Corbin and the gang run for the elevators to go to the hangar and just happen to miss Zorg on his way back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Zorg, when he figures out that, he's like, it's empty.
He's like, it's not here. Goes back.
He set it a bomb for 20 minutes. Excuse me. He sets a bomb for 20 minutes, realizes 10 minutes in that they're not there, turns around, and they're like, sir, you can't park here. There's a bomb. And he goes, I know, I planted it. And just like
Just mows him down. I know. Yeah.
I do really love, my favorite scene in the movie is when he drops the card down to deactivate the bomb, and he does it so like,
Yep. It's like, don't fuck up, don't fuck up, don't fuck up, don't fuck up.
and then, whoosh, right at like 5 seconds, he goes,
And then one of the Mangalores with an obvious master
"That-
lock.
It's a master
And I'm
lock.
like,
it's a combination master
Yeah.
lock. And he goes, for the honor. And he twists it, and then he goes, oh no. And
Yep.
then you
And
see
then
go
it blows
4,
up.
3, 2, blows up.
Zorg ship's pretty fucking cool, though.
It is. Lilu is now going through the English language, and she's just hit W, though.
Yep. And now war
she
comes
doesn't
up.
give a shit. And here's the thing, I made a joke.
Well, she also got shot, too, so she's also not
Yeah.
feeling super hot.
But the funny thing is, I brought up to you during this is like, wouldn't she have went through N for Nazi and nuclear war?
Yeah,
and,
nuke did not come up.
Yeah, or R for, or C for Cold War. Like, she goes to war and she's like, oh no, people are capable of violence. And then they go to V, and she goes, I haven't made it to V. This is later on. And I'm like,
Yeah,
just say
A10
vagina, because he goes, there's a lot of great V words. And I'm like, yeah, there is. A vagina, VA, there's vagina, there's vaginal, there's
Vulva.
there's vulva, there's a
Volkswagen.
basically spread your legs and relax, and I'll show you all the V words.
Jesus.
What? I'm being gentle. This is
No,
not dumb.
I'm picturing him like trying to do that, and I'm like, I see it working.
No, you know how like when you don't know how to eat a girl out, you do the alphabet. It's like, I'll show you the V words. Here's that, and then that, and then that, and that.
I can safely say that's not my style.
No, it's not mine either. I know how to eat
Okay,
pussy now.
thank you.
I'm talking about when I was
Now.
14.
Okay. God. You eat pussy with your ass in the air, don't you?
Depends where her ass
You got to
is.
lay down like a sniper.
Well, it depends. I incorporate pillows in my pussy eating.
Ah, look at you, advanced.
I know. No, I'm like really like advanced. I'm like, all right, how high is the bed? Okay. Well, see, you don't even eat ass though, so you're not like
Yeah, nope.
like you need to get the whole area.
Nope.
I mean, you even need to know when it's time to take a breath and go for the thigh and take a bite. You know, and where's your right hand while you're doing this bite? There's a system, dude. I'm going to teach it.
The system is not ass. No. Anyway, so Corbin's eating
System is
Lulu's
total
ass on the way to Earth.
Do you involve the toes at all?
Saving for after dark. So
You know, there's some girl listening that's going, oh my God, thank you. I'm playing this to my boyfriend. Please learn. And then there's a bunch of dudes going, ew, that's disgusting. But there's that one chick going, fuck.
well, for all the guys listening going, ew, this month isn't for you.
Yeah, this is Girl Month. Jug on. Cordello Month is next month. That's when you get your ice cream. We'll talk about dude stuff. You got some red on you.
Zombies and ice cream. Fuck. And aliens.
Yeah. And, yeah, good times.
Speaking of aliens, yeah. So
We're going to have a lot of fun with that, though.
So Zorg cast Meteor, and the
Yes.
fucking giant ball of death starts hurling towards Earth. And probably one of the coolest lines. Well, not the coolest line. Second coolest
I
line.
know when he goes, it's going to be here in 2 hour and 57 minutes. And he goes, well, I'll call you about in 2 hours.
Call you back in 2 hours.
That is a cool line.
Also, the other one I said that wasn't the coolest was, Mr. President, are you going to get to the point? It's like, okay, not
Yeah.
bad. You just told the president who's boss, and he's not in a position
You
to
told
kind of correct
Zeus the president, by the way.
you. Yeah.
Like,
Debo.
yeah.
President Debo.
Yeah, President Debo Zeus. And he goes like, I would like to commend you for the, and he goes, can you get the point, Mr. President? And he goes, okay.
Yep.
Brass tacks, bitch.
So they go into fucking, I guess, hyperspace, because it does look like there's like a shimmer, and then they kind of just shoot off.
But it's just like flying a cab.
Just like flying a cab. So they haul ass. David went to Egypt begrudgingly because he didn't want to go to fucking Egypt.
Hold on, but you notice he didn't go, Benny, you're on the wrong side of the river.
Nope. he just went to Egypt. He had a great time.
Sorry, I had to
Easy
do
trip.
a callback from last episode.
Yes. So they go in. They're trying to figure out, okay, put the stones in the circle. Lilu, drop her almost corpse in the center. And what do we do with the stones? And then Corbin kind of figures out matching everything up.
He goes, wait, every weapon has a fucking manual.
Which, not true.
Well, no, you're right, but...
Not true. But they figure out that the symbols... And, that was another sin. He's like, this one should be fire, and he's not holding fire.
No, I noticed that too.
Yeah.
He's holding wind when he said that.
But he's also holding it sideways.
Yeah.
So the pattern does match
So
up.
the pattern,
so I don't know if that was done on purpose or if it was a sin. But
Another sin of this is these things look way too light for what but they're magical, so you never know.
Yeah, they're hollow and they're filled with magic. So
yeah, exactly. But they seem way too light for what they hold. But then again, that kind of does make sense, because if the siren, which we determined is a artificial being, would have that inside her, it would probably weigh a lot and you would see them. But if they weighed almost nothing, if they were weightless, then you know what? I'm going back. I'm suspension disbelief.
So you're agreeing that the magic rocks are magical.
I'm agreeing that they're magical. Yes.
Okay, the magic rocks are magical.
But they do. Yeah. Okay. Fuck you. Even though they have
already established magic
even
rocks.
though they have hinges that come out when you blow on them.
And do other stuff.
And do other things.
Yeah. So David starts blowing one of the stones.
No, he doesn't. Okay, you're making this gross. No, coming from me, that's sad. No, he gets frustrated and goes, we're all doomed.
And exhale.
And then it opens up a little bit, and then he goes, oh, it moved. And then they all come over, and he goes, what'd you do? And he goes, I just said we're all doomed.
Nothing happens. They all look sad, and he sighs again.
And then they're like, yeah.
It opens up.
And then they're like, oh, earth, fire, water, get on it. And then, of course, it comes down to the last match. And I told you this, and I like the first time in the theater seeing it, and to this
even
day,
right now, yeah,
when they go, don't breathe, I hold my breath when he lights that fucking match.
Yeah, and we know what's going to happen. But
did you also notice the match cover is the same image that's on his vacation ticket?
It is, isn't it? Yeah, I did not notice that. I'm putting two and two together right now.
I noticed it. I didn't notice it during like my research, but I noticed it. I want to say it for the podcast. But yeah, it's the same, like the two palm trees bent over, going in the direction of the east and everything. Yeah, so it's kind of like a Deus Ex Machina, like this will save your ass kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I noticed too. He had he only had that one match left, but he had 2 cigarettes left too. So I don't know if that was like.
Well, to quit is his goal.
Yeah. or maybe
he didn't have those last 2 cigarettes.
But it could have been great writing, or it could have been convenience and me over analyzing it. But, you know, I do overanalyze movies sometimes, and I think like a lot of directors sometimes get overanalyzed. They're like, of course I meant that to happen, even though they didn't.
Yeah.
Like it's like convenience on their part. Like, oh.
It's like, oh, that makes so much more sense.
That makes more sense, and I meant that the whole time. Wink, wink.
I saw a picture one time, and it's like all these bricks balancing on this one little block, and it's, you know, all this deep lore up here and down at the block. It says a decision someone made in the 1970s because it looked cool. You know?
Yeah, like going back and listening to our Shining stuff and all the Stephen King stuff and stuff we've done in the past, I'm kind of thinking that motherfucker might be more lucky than he is like intelligent. Like he just lucks out on writing one thing that a lot of people put a lot of pathos on. You know what I mean? Like there's no way you could be that brilliant. You know, or Kubrick again is might be guilty of this, where people are like, Kubrick can do no wrong because he films this and this and this and this. There's a lot of thing I think Kubrick didn't mean to do, but a lot of people put so much pathos in that we just accepted as Kubrick being genius.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like That being said, I still say Shining's 100%, but anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. It deserves it.
One thing I do not like about this scene is when all the elements connect and she shoots out her love beam after her solar beam after he says I love you and
Solar flare.
and I need you. She does her solar flare power. Couple of things. First off, that thing coming that fast towards planet Earth would cause massive tidal waves that would destroy the Earth anyway, practically.
Yeah, and it stopped, 62 miles away?
Unless that thing was hollow.
Maybe it is, yeah.
Like,
But, hey, maybe the magic rock is magic.
Yeah, there we go.
That's going to be on a shirt.
And then another thing, too, is it was super anticlimactic when it shoots out of her, and then it's just, they're all just kind of looking around, like, okay, what's next? Like,
Well, I like that because then David's will, yeah, and startles everyone. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I liked it. I'm glad you did that. Because they also don't know if it worked or not. They're inside. They can't see.
The end sex scene is kind of cool. I like that they actually hook up, but this bothered me too. Now, the fifth element is the element of love, correct? Is that what it's supposed to be? Because that's kind of what I was getting from it.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, even according to tradition, earth,
Because
fire,
if
wind,
I know.
water,
Oh.
heart, go planet.
Because if she was actually the perfect being, it would not be a female. It'd be a male. Here's why. A perfect being would want to reproduce a lot of times. It wouldn't want to reproduce and then wait 9 months. It would want to fuck a lot. Like, if I was and I'm far from it, but if I had perfect genetics, if I had like the 200 chromosomes plus or whatever, now right away, because I'm a sex addict, I could probably, in my 40s, go 5 different females a day. Right?
Was that in the cans?
That was outside.
Jesus, fuck.
Yeah.
We just got buzzed.
I
That
know
thing was flying low. Holy
Dude, you're
shit.
just so not used to being in Vallejo is what it is. But a girl gets pregnant, she's not going to be a super being while she's carrying child. So,
unless second super being.
oh, what you think it's like whoever she sleeps with becomes the new super being? Like, is it
No,
like
I think whoever she sleeps with, and then she'll have a kid. And that kid's the new fifth element.
this is true? But don't you think it would be smarter to have it like a dude or a dude girl, like an XXY chromosome that has both penis and vagina?
And like an intersex fifth element?
Like, this thing can get you pregnant and also kind of like Species.
I remember watching the first one a little bit, but I don't remember anything about it. All
I've
I remember
only-
is she ate the banana sideways.
I've only seen Species once, and I wasn't that thrilled about it, but Antonius Morgan loves that movie, and Antonius Montana told me we should review it.
Okay.
Oh, god damn it. Speaking of which, so we're about to sign off. What was the goddamn video I told you that you wouldn't believe that existed?
The McDLT and
The McDLT and George Costanza.
Yeah, no, I thought that was oh my god, he's pulling something up. I'm so excited. I thought he was fucking with me this whole time.
I'm not. So go ahead and
you fucked with like everything I wanted to bring up at that point because I'm like, all I could think about is I need to see this. This sounds amazing.
I apologize.
But also horrible.
I apologize, but that's how this show works, dude.
Yes.
It's like, look, you know what? And this show has evolved to where we used to just go concentrate. And now we're like,
It's the tangent show.
It's the but that's what people want, because you know how many people fucking reviewed this movie from start to finish? People want to hear it.
Everyone.
People want to hear our banter.
Yes.
It's become to this. If you really want to hear Terminator 1 and you want to hear a walkthrough of it, go watch it or go listen to my first one.
Yes.
But this show has become what it is, and I think that's the reason why people like it, is because it is a for real hang where we talk about one subject and we go off topic and people like that. A lot. And I think that's what people like, because this is the reason why Jonathan and I don't really one of the reasons why I actually left Hoodcast, not that I was ever an official member, but I did a tryout for a minute where I was just like saying, oh, let me just hang out with them pre this, is because they would have a schedule about what toys they want to talk about and this and that, and I'd start talking, and then we'd get into it, and John would be like, all right, well, back to this, and it really sucked.
Oh, God.
Like,
I play goalie every now and again, but I don't try and keep us on a schedule. Fuck that.
No, I mean, yeah, but like when he's okay, well, and then he would hit pause, which we don't do, and they go have cigarettes or go to the bathroom, and he goes, Zach, we're trying to like fucking talk about this right now, and I'm like, yeah, but we were talking about fucking if Phoenix was cooler than Jean Grey, and what her vagina would taste like. Like, and Dark Phoenix's vagina would taste way better than Jean Grey's, don't you think? And then he'd get mad about that, and I'm like, well, it's boring listening to you talk about people don't want to just hear about that. They want to talk about Jean Grey's vagina. So anyway, all right, finish up the movie while I look this up because you're not going to believe this. So
he's looking up Jean Grey's vagina.
No,
which is super overrated. Cost so many lives. It's like Cyclops. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you're not a bad dude. You're a great hero. Logan, I don't get what the fucking obsession is, man. It's like, God. And they could have been like good friends, but it was fucking Jean Grey ruined it all in her overrated vagina.
By the way, Logan is like an underrated movie.
Yeah. Anyway, that's how it ends. Corbin Dallas and Lilu fuck in the tube. The end. Oh, and his mother calls again, and she calls the president.
And the president, and she goes, "You don't even sound like an idiot." And the president's an idiot. And by the way, they gave her the most Jew Brooklyn voice ever, but it's not even Brooklyn; it's Queens. She's got like a Queens accent. She's like, "Oh my God, you can't even tell that da da da."
I don't know the difference between all the little towns in New York or whatever they fucking call them.
Okay, so
yeah,
boroughs.
Yeah, whatever, the little fucking towns.
So if you're going to go like Saul Rosenberg, I need my shoes and my glasses, right? That's Queens. But if you want to go Peter Steele, like, this is Peter, that's Brooklyn. So Brooklyn is more like, suck my balls, you fucking stupid cock.
See, I thought that was Boston.
Coming over here. No, coming up with, I'm fucking from Boston. Fuck you, dude.
I don't know.
Fucking don't even know where I'm from. He doesn't know where you are, sweetie. Slow down. Don't call him a cock. Fuck you. You don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about over here.
Yeah, so over here. What are all the little towns in New York? It's
so there's
Manhattan, right?
There's that's called like New York. When people talk about that, that's Hatton, right?
Okay. And then Yonkers, isn't that one of them? There
you have Brooklyn, Bronx.
Brooklyn, the Bronx.
You have Queens. You have Coney Island. You have
what about, isn't Staten Island?
Staten Island. Right, and then you.
What about like Buffalo?
That was the next one I was going to say, but that's upstate New York.
Oh, that's not one of the little borough things.
It's Little Canada, so that's where David Benson's from. So it's Little Canada. It's basically it's Letterkenny, but America.
Got it. Okay, I'm familiar with like.
So they call them the 5 boroughs. And,
yeah. Are they in New York? Or are they like around New York?
No, they're in New York City, and then
so New York City is made up of those
5 boroughs. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not like there's New York City and then like surrounding suburbs.
Dude, I hate to bring it back to Final Fantasy again, but it's like Midgar. You have your upper plate, which is Manhattan, then you have your lower boroughs.
Oh, okay.
And they would hate for me to say that. And then New Jersey is not actually New York, but it actually kind of is in a way because that's where the Statue of Liberty actually is in New Jersey. It's not even in New York.
You know what the best thing about New Jersey is? The New York City skyline.
They're great.
Fuck New Jersey.
I was going to say they're good tippers.
Are they?
Yeah, they're really good tippers.
I take back my fuck New Jersey statement.
If you get Italians from New Jersey, dude, they are the most generous fucking people, and they're fun to hang out with. However, people that are from New Jersey and hate New Jersey are fucking cunts. Like, people that come to California that came from New Jersey are like the biggest fucking
those are the Jersey Shore.
No, they're Karens.
Those are the Jersey Shore guys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But if you get like old school Jersey, it's different than like I'm even a fucking Devils fan. Like above the Sharks. I used to be a huge Sharks fan, not anymore. I like the Devils. I like the Devils back in the day though because I used to play NHL 94.
Hockey. Okay, you're talking about hockey. Yeah, okay. I was like, what? Devils and Sharks? What the fuck are we talking about?
Oh,
man?
there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go.
So it ends with Lilu and Corbin Dallas fucking in a tube.
I think I need to return some videotapes. So be kind, rewind. Anything from you as we play our commercial out of here?
Yeah. Follow my boy Vashy V Gaming on the Twitch. He said he's going to give us a shout out too.
What the fuck is up with your boy on the Twitter? He's not hooking us up, and I've already messaged him a few times.
Vashy V?
Yeah, the horror thing.
Oh no, the scariest cut. Yeah.
Well, look, dude. We already friended you. I've already mentioned you a few times. I'm going to do it a few times more as we mention you when these episodes drop. Dude, follow back a mofo. Let's get on a dual cast where we could be on the same thing, man. We have no hate for any other podcast. We want to be on the same show as you. We want you on our show. We want to be on your show.
Yeah, especially with Vashy V Gaming, yeah, I know the original guy. So does Senor Neo. I don't think we talked to him about this yet.
I don't think you can say Senor Neo anymore, but okay.
Oh, okay.
It might be Senorita Neo pretty soon.
The Neo.
The Neo.
Yeah, the one, the only.
How
the
dare
Neo.
you assume gender because we're not sure yet.
Neither is the Neo.
Exactly.
But
you're being insensitive right now. No,
slightly. Only because it's the Neo.
It's because because it's Neo, we're allowed. Like, well,
I'm gonna fuck with the Neo anyway.
This is for another time. But yeah, man, get your boys to come on, and because you know what, there's only one podcast we hate, and it's Hoodcast AF # fuck the Knife Party.
Also, yeah, follow the Scariest Cut, even though they didn't follow us back yet. They're really close to 10,000 followers on TikTok. Go ahead and give them a follow.
I don't know what they are on, but hey, man, we just hit Austin 316 followers.
Nice.
316 followers. That's so fun.
That's enough to get them to 10,000. So yeah.
Hey, but we did hit 2K on downloads, so that's pretty cool for a year and some change. It's not bad. All right, I'm going to show you this commercial because you've never seen it, and we're going to sign off with this. Are you ready?
Be ethical to each other.
Yes, in fact, and go fuck yourself.
Hey, you say you're getting tired of lettuce and tomato hamburgers in this town that don't quite make it? Yeah! You say that just once you'd like your hamburger hot and your lettuce and tomato cool and crisp all at the same time? Yeah! Well, I say you got it. I'm talking McDonald's new lettuce and tomato hamburger, the McDLT. I'm talking quarter pound of beef on the hot side.
And the hot stays hot.
The new McDLT.
Hot.
Crisp lettuce and tomato on the cool side.
And the cool stays cool.
The new McDLT.
Cool crisp.
The beef stays hot, the cool stays crisp. Put it together, you can't resist. The hottest taste, the coolest dish.
Keep it hot. Keep it cool. McDLT. Hot, beefy McD. Cool crisp LT. McDLT.
It's a good time.
Hot, beefy McD.
For the great taste,
Cool crisp LT.
of McDonald's. Could be the best tasting lettuce and tomato hamburger ever.
New